Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be what I picked up from CEX and HMV recently. But first, I've got an unboxing for you. So this has just dropped through the post. Got a good idea who this is off, but I'll open it up and see if I'm right. I think we all can work out kind of where this one's going. Interested to see what it is. I can't feel the notes, so I'm just going to have to open this up and see what we've got. Look at this. Now, wow. You know, I've got a good feeling this is from Baz, Blu Ray Baz. See if I can see a letter in here. There's not one in here. No, I don't know if there's any letters in here. There might be, there might not be. No, I can't see anything. I'll have to get in touch with Baz about this. But yeah, this is the laser disc of A Clockwork Orange. Again, I never knew that this thing really existed, if I'm honest, and I don't have the equipment to play this on. What an addition this is. Now, let's see what we've got here. I like these slips that it's kept in the plastic ones. Now what I've got in here is, we've got two laser discs. I've never actually owned a laser disc ever, believe it or not. I'd imagine this is split onto two halves. This movie is split into two halves. I think it's quite a long movie, so I don't think it can be shown on one disc, or maybe it's on about four halves. If that's how they do that. I'll hold that up, see if you can get a read of that. But wow, the laser disc of A Clockwork Orange. Can you believe this? I can't. Yeah, I would imagine in excellent condition, because this looks like it's in really good condition. There's your laser disc there. To me it looks like in perfect mint condition. Absolutely spotless, the disc in here. Yeah, so you've got, that side hasn't got anything on. This side must have the third part of the movie. It's an extended play laser disc. So as well as Baz getting me the HD DVD of this, which was something I didn't know existed, there's this one as well, which I didn't know existed. Disc in perfect condition as well. Absolutely brilliant, that. Just can't believe it. So yeah, I've got some editions of this movie now. It's unbelievable that I get this one that's literally, how can I put it, one that I would have never even, as well as the HD DVD, I would have never known existed. And yeah, who knows, one day I might get a Laserdisc player for these things and an HD DVD player, because I'm sure you can get them cheap enough when it comes down to it, just so you can actually play it and say you've done it. Wow. Absolutely brilliant. So I want to thank Baz once again for doing this for me. And I'm going to get in touch with Baz now and just say to him, this is just amazing. I'm sure it's from Baz, because he did say he's going to send us something recorded, and it has been delivered recorded. So that to me would say this is the thing from him. He never told us what it is, but yeah, it's got his hallmark all over it. But wow. So yeah, so I own this on DVD, Blu-ray, HD DVD, 4K, and now Laserdisc. What else is there? Who knows? Cassette? No. I've got VHS. Yeah, wow. So this is my most collected thing in my whole collection, and it's upgraded again by this amazing Laserdisc in actually brilliant condition. I'm going to guess this released round about early 90s, late 90s, sorry, early 2000s for me. So yeah, so that's the Laserdisc of The Clockwork Orange. So I've had a look on the back of this, and this was released in 1990. It's a US release, and I want to thank Baz once again. Now, I've been looking for Baz on Instagram because we talk on there all the time, but I notice he's not on there anymore. So if you're watching this video, Baz, I just want to say, get yourself back on Instagram so I can thank you once again for this. This takes my tally up to A Clockwork Oranges. It takes us up to 13. Unlucky for some, but it wasn't unlucky for me, was it? So this will definitely get framed and put up in my studio. So thanks once again, Baz. Cheers, mate. So first of all, I went to CEX and I got some great movies at great prices. And all the slipcovers you see on here are from my good friend Michael Hewett, and from his generous boxes that he's sent to me over the past couple of months. I want to thank him once again for thinking of me and sending me those great slipcovers. They're coming really handy. And it was funny because when I was in there, I spotted loads of ones that I knew I had slipcovers for. So for £1.50, I'll try and remember what these were, the price of them. They weren't very expensive. So for £1.50, I picked up Captain Phillips. This is a movie that is quite intriguing to me, as I've stated many times before. I have my mum's friend's husband did used to work on ships, and they had plenty of people trying to be like pirates. It was like terrible where they were, and they had like sort of guns and everything. And it was really like quite amazing to think that this is the state of the world as it is in the minute. But anyway, so this I put this on, and as you can see, this is mastered in 4K, and the picture quality in here is absolutely stunning. This is a one that I'm really interested in, as you know, in boats and stuff like that. Probably when they're sinking. I don't know if there's a sinking boat on here, but anything that takes place on a ship, I'm really interested in. So this is another reason why it's like quite high on my list. And I want to see. I don't know if I will get a chance to ask this fella if this movie was anything like his experiences, but if I ever see him, I'll ask him about it. So that's Captain Phillips. So next up for £2.50, I got Prisoners. Now, a lot of people, when I was showing the slipcover for this, everyone said that this is a great movie. So I can't wait to see it. It's got a brilliant cast in it, and it's got some embossing on the slipcover as well. It's a great addition. It just looks nice on the shelf there. I love that when you've got that. Well, that's embossed as well. I love it when you get like big text on the side of a movie, mainly because I can't see when they're up in the rafters and I'm trying to look for them. It's my eyesight's not the best, as you know. But anyway, really intrigued to see this one, and it was one that I had these. Obviously, I know the majority of slipcovers I've got, so I know when I'm out there, I can kind of just go on mooching, and if I get something, if I see it, I'll pick it up. So that's Prisoners. So next up, for 50 pence, I got The Sweeney. Now, this one was a movie that mainly because of is it Ben Drew? When he's singing his songs, he gets totally on my nerves. But I've I've sort of right. I will have a look at it because I'm a big fan of Ray Winston. So actually, when I put this on, the quality on it is really nice, and you see a lot of cityscapes from London, obviously. And I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of The Apprentice, not really because of the show, because of you get to see a lot of London in it. And I'm a big fan of London. So with the sort of strength of watching a movie that features London, like cityscapes, East London and all that, this makes this a bit more of an enjoyable movie, I think. Ray Winston looks great in this movie. Ben Drew, if he doesn't go on like he does when he's on his songs, painting his face white, which he won't do in this movie, I can probably get away with this movie a lot better than I thought I originally could. A lot of embossing there as well, which is great. So that's The Sweeney. I was tempted to sing the, I stopped there, didn't I? I was tempted to sing the theme tune, which I won't. Next up for £1.50, I got The Tourist. Now, this is a movie that I know nothing about, but I know that I like Johnny Depp and Deborah likes Angelina Jolie. So really, it means that we can probably get through this movie very easily. And it says it's a witty and suspenseful thriller. So Deborah likes the thrillers, so that would bump it up in the ranks. When I go up and say, would you want to watch this? She would probably say yes. So big thanks to Michael. Cheers, mate. And finally, from CEX for £6, I got a movie that I've been after for such a long time. I keep looking for it in HMV to see if it's going to take a price drop. It never does. And when I think it is going to get there, it sort of goes out of stock and I can't find it. So I was mooching in CEX and I just went past this and I looked, I'm always looking for it. And
I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, mainly because the font in it is a bit different to the font of the one that's selling HMV. So for £6, I got Ice Cold in Alex. Now, this movie is a movie that, see, this writing on here is completely different to the other writing in the release. It's by the same company, Studio Canal, in Vintage Classics. So I saw it there and I thought, hang on a minute, what's that? And I thought it was in the movie, and I saw that and I thought, right, I'm getting that. So this movie is a movie that I saw a couple of times. I used to watch it with my granddad way back when on the TV, and I absolutely loved it. And he absolutely loved it as well. It's one of those movies, it's a war movie, but it's a bit different. It takes place that this company here, this ambulance crew, have to get, like, they're stranded in the desert, so they have to get out of the desert. And what they really want is a nice cold beer in Alexandria, the town. And that's what that means. It's one of the, you think, well, what on earth could that mean? But that's what it means. And the whole story is about this crew, John Mills, Sylvia Sims, and Anthony Quayle, great cast, getting through this kind of like war-torn area to try and get to this place with the whole premise of having a beer. And I think John Mills, if I think rightly, he is like a bit of an alcoholic, so he's desperate for a drink because of that. But it's just a really good, fun, different war film. So I tried the movie on to see what it was like, and the picture quality is a little bit ropey to start off with, as it usually is. I don't know if you can hear that. It's absolutely pouring down all of a sudden. Wow. There's a load of kids playing outside. Well, I guess they're not playing out anymore. So that'll be the house flooded then, will it? So just gonna have a break off a little bit here. English weather. What's going on with it? It's took this long to get this year warm. We've finally got a couple of days of warmth, and I'm thinking, good, we're gonna get a bit of a week, maybe. Maybe might even get any rain. What's going on there? It's a monsoon. So yeah, I can't believe I hope you can hear that because it's really lashing it down, Geordie slang. Anyway, so they could have done with some of that rain in this desert, couldn't they? So I put the movie on, and the picture quality was stunning. When it got out of the credits and all that, a little bit grainy. But when you got into the movie and you saw the picture quality of the people's faces and all that, it's pin sharp. And that made me think that can get this on 4K anywhere. This would make a stunning 4K because I know that Studio Canal are involved. So I'd imagine if they do upgrade this, it would be an exceptional release. That still put me off that rain. Anyway, so glad to get this movie, and it was good to get this. It's been out forever, so with one of those movies where I think, well, I'm not going to pay a load of money for it because it should be cheap by now, and it was. So that's Ice Cold in Alex. So with the rain stopping, lastly in HMV, I got Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock on 4K. Now, the other day, I said to the Debs, she was on about watching the movie, and I said, look, try Star Trek. And I said, just go with it and see what it's like. The director's cut, we'll watch it. If you don't like it, you can leave it alone and I will continue on with the 4K saga for me. And I have like 1 and 2, and now I have 3 because she absolutely loved it. I knew she would. It's one of those ones where she's going, no, I don't want to see it. And I say, you don't know anything about it. You like it's Star Wars, you like your space adventures, you watch anything in space. So I said, try it. But anyway, she has loved it. And on a side note, I put the picture quality on Star Trek, the motion picture was fantastic. It was brilliant. The special effects in it were utterly amazing. The sort of reimagined special effects. Now, Star Trek 2, I watched the director's cut. Now, I believe that when the director's cut has got the seamless branching, so halfway through the movie, the sync goes really off, and I mean badly off. And Deborah, who doesn't like that, she says, hang on a minute, what's the matter with their voices? It's wrong. So what I did was, when we went to watch it the next time, we stopped it there because we had to cut off because we're going to bed. And we put it back on, and we went to that same place where it was out of sync. And because I started it there, the sync was perfect. So if you've got the 4K of Star Trek 2, I urge you to, as soon as you go out of sync, stop it, put it back in, and then just go to the place where you were, and you will get rid of that sync problem. It was great for the rest of the film. So more about that on a different video when I talk about probably all the movies that we've watched. We haven't watched this one. Well, Deborah hasn't watched this one yet. So more about that. We'll probably rank them how Deborah thought about them and how I thought about them on my second viewing of them. But I'm having such a great time with them. So anyway, I decided to get, obviously I'm going to get them all. So the next one was Star Trek 3. And this one here, because the Star Trek 3, unfortunately, on the Blu-ray, the picture quality is lovely, but it's being DNR'd, to the next level. And it looks awful. The people look like plasticine. There's no detail in their faces at all. They just look like brown Play-Doh. It's awful. It's one of the worst sort of ways of DNR that I've seen on a Blu-ray, especially. So I heard that these weren't like that. So I put this on, and I've got to say the picture quality is brilliant. And this picture quality, you can see detail on people's faces. You can see the sort of lines, and there's plenty of lines in there. These faces, isn't it? Especially Spock's. So I can say up until now that all of these are absolutely incredible on 4K, and I can't wait to get the other three on 4K. So yeah, so me and Deborah have watched 1 and 2, and when I've watched the whole lot, I'll tell you what we thought about it. But the picture quality in here, like I say, if you've got the Blu-ray of it and you think the Blu-ray is awful, do know that you've got the Blu-ray is gonna. I think the Blu-ray probably will be good on here. I can't imagine them putting that abomination of the Blu-ray into this Blu-ray. I didn't check it out actually, if I'm honest. But these ones, tell you what, sound quality as well, and the music they put on, some of the best music that I've ever seen or heard, should I say. So, with the monsoon stopping, that's what I picked up. And like I say, just a big shout out to Blu Ray Baz for sending me that. So, thanks for watching. You take care, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers.